Welcome to our Quasar video. In this video, we're going to show you how to download and install the free Quasar base version for a Windows 64-bit computer. The free base version gives you all the power and functionality that a commercial user with 200 workstations gets. What you don't get is the ability to connect multiple workstations to your computer server, nor do you get a Quasar point-of-sale client. That is not to say you can't make sales from a workstation. You can make quotes, take orders, create sales invoices as required. You just won't have cash register functionality. At any time, of course, you can upgrade your system to include both additional remote clients and point-of-sale clients. So let's get started. First, on your favorite browser, navigate to https://quasaraccounting.com, and you will need to be logged in to download Quasar files. So go to Pages, select My Account, and log in. If you haven't registered, go ahead and do so. And once you're logged in, you're going to navigate to the Downloads page. As you can see, we talk a little bit about the single workstation base free version. You can pick that up for several platforms. We're just interested in the Quasar version 3.1 for this video. And all you need to do is click on the download button and download that to your downloads folder. And if you open your File Explorer to your downloads folder, you'll see your Quasar EXE application here. We need to install that. Let's just double click on that. And it'll open up your install wizard. Yes, we want to allow that. And yes, we want to accept the agreement. Of course, you'll want to read it. And we want to create a desktop shortcut. Yes. Next, and we want to install. It just takes a few moments to install. You'll see it's installing in the program files, Quasar 3.1 directory in your C disk. And no, we don't want to launch this because we have some other action items that we have to take care of first. So we'll just click Finish for now. Before we can get the Quasar server up and running, we need to have a good solid database to store our data. Quasar supports both PostgreSQL and SQL Server Express for Windows. In this video, we're going to show you how to install the SQL Server Express. If you choose to go with the Postgres route, I'm sure there's lots of videos available that show you how to install Postgres, but for this video, we're going to stick to the Microsoft SQL Server Express. There's a download link here, shows you how to download. Once you've downloaded the SQL Server Express, and you can just follow the defaults to download, there's nothing special about it. It does take a bit of time. You'll need to also install the SQL Server Management Studio, and we'll use that to set up our SQL Server Express so that it talks with the Quasar server. Now that we have the SQL Express database server installed, and we also have the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio installed, we're going to go into the management tools here, and we're going to do a little bit of setup. We're not going to look at the details of this tool. We're just going to show you how to use it to prepare to set up the Quasar server. So just connect. And you'll get a little information here on the left. The first thing we want to do is we want to go into security and we want to create a new login. So if we look at our logins by opening this up, you can see we have a few system logins. We want to create our own Quasar login, so we'll right-click on this, and on New Login, we're going to create a new login called Quasar. So we'll just simply enter Quasar in there. And we want to use SQL Server authentication. So we're going to enter a password. I'm just going to enter Quasar as the password, but obviously for your live system, you should have a more detailed password. Remember what your password is, because later on you're going to need it. I'll show you in the configuration where you need that. So we'll turn off this enforcement stuff. And we're also going to have to add a role, because we're going to want this Quasar user to be able to create databases, delete databases, and that type of thing from within Quasar. So we're going to say OK. And now you can see we have a Quasar user. The next thing we need to do is we need to right-click up here on the desktop and go down to Properties. And over in Properties, we want to go to Security. And this server authentication, we need to change it from Windows Authentication Mode to SQL Server and Windows Authentication Mode. We'll click OK. And it says some of your configuration changes will not take effect until SQL Server is restarted. So click OK. Next, we will go down here into our search function. We will put in services, and we will open up the services application. In services, we need to find SQL Server Express. So we'll just drag this down to the S's. Here it is. You see it's running. We need to restart it. So just click on Restart and let that Server Express restart. And we're finished our work with the SQL Server Express. Just close this. As this video is getting a little long, we'll continue our setup of the free Quasar base version for Windows in part B of this video.